So I want to talk about a great way to improve your life by so much without even realizing it. Like a great key to going out the life you want to have is to set standards for yourself. When you set standards for yourself, you just don't tolerate anything. I know some of us heard the saying that if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything, right? So think about this. If you set standards for the way you present yourself and the way people treat you and the way you go about things, the effort you put into things, like what you want to do with your life and how your relationship goes, things would go like way much better for you. Because let's talk about relationships for a second. I know people in unhappy relationships because they don't got standards in their relationship. Like you should have standards where you want someone to treat you exactly how you want to be treated. If they don't, goodbye. They no longer in your life. You get what I'm saying? You shouldn't be dating someone that try to cross your boundaries or cross your standards, right? You should be friends with people that constantly trying to cross your standards, overstep your boundaries, right? You get what I'm trying to say. So that being said, right? So it's like, okay, let's talk about your personal stuff, right? You should set a standard that I will brush my teeth twice a day. You know, I will shower at least once a day. I know it sounds crazy to say, but you know, I know people. You know, I tend not to judge. I ask questions. So you'll meet people. You know, they'll tell you like, or they don't believe in all that self-care stuff. Believe in showering, putting on lotion, brushing their teeth, trying to whiten their teeth, like taking care of their teeth. Because they don't have no standards. Because when your standard is that you want to take better care of your appearance. I mean, I can't talk. I need a haircut, but I just got home. I'm currently looking for a barber. So if y'all know any barbers, please hit me up. But, you know, like I was saying was like, when people don't have these standards for themselves, they just look however. They just want to just look however, right? Well, you set a standard that I will look better because I will do X, Y, and Z. You will look how you want to look. You know, you should set a standard for yourself that I will not skip the gym. You set a standard for yourself that I will not go out and eat almost every day. I will not go eat fast food every day. I will put the McDonald's down. I won't stuff my face with French fries all the time. When you set these standards for yourself, it keep you from dwelling in these bad vices and these bad behaviors and picking up these bad habits. A standard I got for myself is that I will never smoke. Another standard I got for myself is that I won't be staying up past 11 o'clock because it's like, I need sleep. It's like, how can you get up the next day and be productive the next day when you don't even got no sleep? So get sleep. Your body needs sleep. So if you just fall asleep whenever, it's like, don't get mad when the next day you wake up, you have no energy. Set a standard for yourself that you will get a good amount of sleep every night. Set a standard for yourself that you will find a skincare routine and start using that skincare routine if you really need it. Because if you got pimples, like if you got pimples on your face and you say, you know what, I'm going to just let these pimples stay on my face. I don't really care too much about it. I don't need to change anything. Then nothing to be changed. Nothing. But if you tell yourself, I got a standard that I will take better care of myself and I will find a way to get rid of these pimples and I will find a way to get rid of my belly and I will find a way to think more highly of myself, and you set that standard, it's very possible. I like to protect my peace. I like to protect my energy. So standards I set for myself is that I will not be around people who constantly trying to crack negative jokes or constantly got something bad to say. That's a standard of mine, because you know I like to be happy. I like to be in a motivating state. I like to stay disciplined. I don't want nobody tearing down my good energy. You know, set that standard for yourself, because if not, then you constantly around these bad people and you wonder why you starting to develop bad energy. You wonder why mentally you can't get ahead. That's why. The gossiping, right? That's a standard of mine. It's like, I don't like to be around people that like to gossip because, bro, we got a million other things we could talk about. Like, why we sitting up here gossiping? Just saying, if you constantly gossiping with somebody, you too busy focus on the next person's life, trying to figure out what they doing instead of focusing on your life to figure out what you doing. So, quit the gossiping. Another standard of mine is that, I like to eat more protein. And I don't want to eat out all the time. Another standard of mine is that I feel like everybody should have is watch how you spend your money. Because if you ain't setting no standards on how you spend your money, then you just blowing money. Then when you broke, I don't have no money in general, you wonder where all your money go. Well, all your money going to food all the time, going out and buy clothes and shoes all the time that you don't need, buying excessive stuff for the house that you don't need. But you set this standard that I will save this amount of money each week. That money add up. When you set a standard that I will watch my spending habits every day, you tend to save more money, right? Because that's all it is to it, having standards. When you set standards, you stand for something. You don't set standards, you fall vending. When you fall vending, you just live your life on cruise control. When you live your life on cruise control, how can you achieve honestly, any of your goals? Not even all, just any of your goals. How can you achieve at least one of your goals if you just going with life and just going with life take you instead of setting standards to go get the life that you want to have? Because when you setting standards, you keeping things in place. You helping yourself get to where you're trying to get to. You get what I'm saying? So in all areas of your life, set standards. Make sure the standards make sense. Make sure the standards can keep you on track to become the person that you are trying to become. Because how can you become the person you're trying to become? You're not even setting standards. Standards will help you get there. Standards not no magic trick. Just tell yourself, it's like, I would not accept anything less than this. Stop letting people treat you bare minimums. Stop accepting bare minimum for yourself. Stop giving yourself bare minimum. Because you do that, how you gonna ever be happy? Because you want more. You know you deserve more. Well, you got to earn it, deserve more. You know you want more deep down inside. So set standards so you can go achieve more. So you can get more out of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoy. You set standards for yourself and stick to those standards and watch your life improve.